Okay, so today on today's video, I'm going to be talking about basically some personal stories to kind of give everybody an idea about like healing triggers, okay? So triggers are basically an emotional reaction to something happening in your third dimension reality. And triggers can only happen when you identify with it. So a lot of this healing journey is basically identifying your triggers, because the triggers come from the wounding, and then healing and integrating the wounding to see something different, mirroring out. Because if you're going with everything's just a big mirror, right? So for me personally, I have been dealing with mostly abandonment, rejection, and needing to fix my self-concept. So the abandonment and rejection pretty much runs pretty fucking deep because it's still happening, obviously. And the self-concept, I'm not, when we're talking about self-concept is basically the way that you're seeing yourself and what you feel like you deserve from the world or from whoever. So, once you kind of wake up and see that, wow, why is everything so shitty? Why does this shit keep repeating time after time after time? Like, you want to blame it on the guy that you're with. Oh my God, this guy treats me like shit. He abuses me. He neglects me. Okay, so it must be him, right? Leave him, go to another one. They do the same shit. And you're like, wait a second, what the hell's going on here? By the time I caught on to my subconscious patterning and what it's actually showing me in my hologram, I was pretty fucking far in. So I just hope everybody watching this gets to understand this way sooner than I ever did. But it's okay. We're catching up now. So I'm going to give you a little bit of example of transcending triggers and my growth of how to not emotionally react. So some of you who follow me already know I am married, but I'm not. I'm married to my karmic twin. I've basically had it with the labels though, okay? Been with this guy on and off 9 to 10 years, whatnot. He has abandoned me. Three years ago, he has left. I have not been able to, things are not okay, basically. Let's just say that. Things are not okay with me without him. I'm going to make a separate video on exactly why this is, that I've learned from Alex, the toxic dating coach, that you're going to want to turn into if you resonate at all with my situation, or if you're trying to get somebody who can't get enough of you, okay? That's going to be a video you don't want to miss. Mind-blowing shit. But it's done to me, and now I'm like, oh, no wonder, right? Well, let's get this going on here, all right? So my adventures in dating have been kind of dumb, and basically I just, I just want him, kind of, like. So I invite him over. I'm like, can you come over? Like, I mean, obviously I am a human being, kind of. I want to have sex. So I'm like getting him over here, and I'm like, okay, good, new reality. He agrees to come over. I'm like, new reality, yes, right? I'm gonna be the person in my new reality. So when he pulls up in his car and I'm waiting outside, he's looking hot as fuck, and I'm like, okay. So I'm like, yay. And I go over to him and I'm like, I got my arms out like I'm trying to give him a hug. Like, and he stops and he like doesn't give me a hug. And he's like, no hugs. I don't want a hug. And first trigger, rejection. Okay. So he rejected me. So that means I still have a rejection program somewhere swimming around my field, somewhere either in my aura or somewhere, okay? So instead of me flipping out, getting upset, I took mental note, okay, rejection. That's something I got to work on, okay? Still. Isn't healing lovely? Okay, mental note. Carried on about the day, whatever, chit chat. We don't really like to talk to each other because we are not good with talking. We're just not good with talking. And that's another story. Yeah, like you're not here to talk. All right. So I get him up to my room. We have our lovely, amazing, heavenly time. And that's all great. That's all wonderful. And then when we come back downstairs, we're just kind of hanging around. He actually is very nice, helping me with my car. He's like, oh, I'll go get you some windshield fluid, whatever. Things are fine, moving along. And then we go out to sit in the backyard. And now in the backyard, there was a wooden windmill that he had hand painted that was broken in half, and it's sitting in my fire pit. Now, little backstory on this windmill. I never liked the windmill. I was very angry about the windmill because the day he decided to sit there and paint the windmill, I was like so overwhelmed with all of my kids and the kid that we have together as a baby. And I was like, how can you ignore everything going on and me, and you're sitting out there peacefully painting this windmill like nothing's going on? I was so angry that he would choose to do some kind of a stupid hobby for his own personal recreation than help me with the kids and the house or just be with me. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck this windmill. So when this dude walked out on me, I was like, I would always look at that windmill like, God, fuck that thing, I never liked it. I kept it here. I kept telling him, can you please just pick it up? Now, I'm not going to ruin my fucking work that I've done on healing my hernia to pick up this windmill and to carry it out to the yard. It's heavy. I'm not doing it. I actually do remember that I had a session with one of my healing people, and they're like, you know what? You can break that windmill if you want. I actually tried. I did take a bat to it. It was very sturdily built. I think it was Amish built, whatever. Anyways, the point is, we're out there sitting. He's smoking his cigarette, which I fucking hate cigarettes. I'm telling you, we are not compatible at all. But like the love is just, And so he's like, I can't believe that you destroyed that beautiful windmill. Trigger. Self-concept trigger. I'm like, beautiful? You're calling that windmill beautiful, and you're not calling me beautiful? Just talking about this now, I can feel like I want to kind of cry. So that means I still have work to do on my self-concept. Because if I believed I was beautiful and worthy of a man calling me beautiful, then he would be calling me that all day. So I can't get mad. Like, this is the thing about healing. You can't get mad at your outer reality when you know it's something you're projecting out. So obviously I'm projecting, or if that's the word, obviously I've got something in me that's still telling me I'm not beautiful, or else he'd be calling me beautiful, not the windmill. Clearly, he doesn't have an issue with using the word because he referred to the windmill as beautiful. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm just chopped liver? So I really just was like, I didn't say anything. I'm making a mental note. Obviously, I have work to do on my self-concept. Thank you. Thank you for showing me my triggers. In my head, I'm saying all this. So when he was done smoking, we go back inside. He goes and sits in the living room and then wants to sit next to our kid who's watching some stupid show on his tablet. And obviously the TV is also blasting because one of my other kids is watching TV, and I'm like, I'm out of here. I don't go in the TV room. I can't be around the subliminals. I don't want it's for an empath, and when you're awakened, you can't be around a fucking television. So I choose to go sit in the other room. Thankfully, after a minute of noticing that I'm gone, he comes and sits in the other room, and I'm just like, sitting there, I'm kind of in my feelings, like, wow, like, I can't believe you like that windmill better than me. So we're talking about this stupid windmill again, and I'm like, I'm trying to be vulnerable and feminine, telling him, I asked you many times to pick that windmill up. I was not the one that actually broke the windmill. Ironically, it got broken when the people were painting this house and something happened, I don't know, but it ended up in the fire pit. And he's like, well, no, it's fine, I don't really care. And it's like, well, you obviously cared enough to call it beautiful. I mean, and I kind of just brought it up like, I want you to think I'm beautiful or whatever. I don't even know if I even said that, but all I do know is that I felt that lump welling up in my soul, and that painful feeling, and then like tears came to my eyes. And at that point, when I realized tears came to my eyes, I'm mentally trying to talk to myself, okay, this is inside of you, because no one can make you feel any type of a way. If I'm feeling some kind of a triggered way about this man not referring to me as beautiful, that only means that I don't feel that I'm beautiful inside, which is indicative of this pain that's coming up. So I said to myself in my head, don't identify with this. Don't identify with this. This man doing the neglecting of calling you beautiful is your own programming. So it does no good to ruin that. I already got him over here. Like, he usually will not come. I managed to get him over there. I did a lot of meditating for that. Managed to get him over here. I'm like, okay, don't fuck this up. This is your issue, Erica. This is your issue. If you are seeing a man that you're spending time with in your outer reality not giving you the attention that you want, not complimenting you, and rejecting your hugs, basically, this is showing you what you need to work on. So I stopped right when I felt those tears. I said, nope, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Swallowed that in, did a couple things of breathing, and he didn't even notice, because we were just sitting there. I had my legs over his lap, we're just chilling. And I kept saying in my head, you are beautiful. Don't identify with this right now. This is fake. This is just a dead manifestation. What you're seeing in your 3D reality is a dead manifestation of something you've already created. And because there is no time and space, you can just, switch to something else real quick. So now I'm learning not to go popping off at my triggers. And now I'm learning about what I need to work on. And they say that a karmic twin flame is the perfect one to be your healing partner with this, because whatever it is, he is the one that will mirror it back. He is the one mirroring to me what's inside of me. And that's why it can be so incredibly painful, because you know the love that you have for your karmic twin or your twin, it is nothing but a mirror. And I think I made another video, maybe 3 or 4 down. You can't get mad at what you're seeing. You have to get mad at the source of the reflection. So, I can't be mad. He's just a bot in the box, right? How he's showing up to me is how I say he's showing up. So, I've been working at this for a very long time, you guys. And they say that if you start affirming for something, if you start affirming for stuff and it's really not happening for you, you have to dig deep and look at what are your underlying beliefs. So, obviously my underlying beliefs have been nothing good. I don't think I had not been programmed with not one good thing my entire existence on this earth. So I have a lot more work than I think most people do, but I'm not going to let that stop me. Why? Because it is absolutely unbearable to live like this. Absolutely unfucking bearable. And knowing that I have the power to change it if I just change my thoughts seems simple enough, right? It's not easy, but it is simple. And it is a lot of fucking work. So this is the work I'm doing. And I can see this happening in my reality here little by little, right? He came over. So, and then I was listening to the affirmations, okay, he cares about stuff. Now, I will say, we do really have a beautiful love. But like he says, we only get along when we're under the sheets. That's pretty much true. Whatever, it's true. But that could also be a belief. What if I started creating the belief that we enjoy spending time together? Because he's my ultimate, he would be my ultimate manifestation. He would be it. But I just don't know, I'm still on the fence with this because I'm open. I'm really open to stuff. He doesn't want to date me, and it's rare. When I do spend time with him, it's fucking amazing. And I just wish I had it every day, all day. But I haven't been able to do that yet. So that's what I'm saying. This manifesting stuff, it's coming about slowly. But I'm also open to not being held down by the society's constrictions of needing just one person. This man values his freedom, right? And that's the thing about him. I can't... relationships are a very hard point with me, and that's another false belief, but it's not. You know what I mean? I am very much in the process of learning how to navigate relationships, and using the law of attraction, using the law of assumption, as well as using healing techniques to remove the false beliefs. I'm in the process of a lot of this. I'm enough of an expert to help others. But I'm still battling a lot of my own stuff. And that's why I talk about it, because they say, you know what? You don't need to be a finished work in progress. People need to see your little battles throughout, right? So now a very big goal for me with my self-concept, if I can do this, to believe, to really feel that I am beautiful and I'm worthy of being talked to, I'm worthy of being complimented. If I can get this down and I actually would receive a compliment from him, that would be huge for me. That would really mean a lot. Because yeah, you know what? Girls and friends on Facebook, they're always like saying nice stuff to me, but you know, it's nice to hear, but when you are sexually and intimately in love with a man, like that's who I want to hear it from. Like I want to hear him call me beautiful. I think that would feel really good. And even when I said that, I could feel a little bit of a twinge right here. So, like, I obviously have work to do. But you know what? This work is hard work because it's like you have to go against everything you've ever been told, everything you've been programmed with, a lot of society's programming as well as your experiences. You need to stop. As well as your experiences. So it's a lot. It's a lot to transcend. It's a lot to dig deep. It's a lot. But I'm doing it. I'm freaking doing it. So I just kind of wanted to share that a little bit. The rejection. Obviously, a big part of him not wanting to be here is the rejection. Obviously, a big part of him leaving this household is also not only rejection but abandonment. So this runs really deep, because all of my relationships have pretty much ended in me being alone with another kid over and over and over again. And it wasn't until it happened with him that it really, really triggered me to do this healing work, because I thought, this just doesn't happen to people. Like, this is really insane. I loved him. Like, there's a very deep connection. It's either he is my karmic twin or he is just as equal of a twin as my twin. And I've heard different stories, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm over the labels. People are romanticizing these labels, like acting like a twin is a soulmate now. Like, oh, I want to find my twin. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. I mean, you do, but you don't. Like, if you're not willing to do the work, you don't, because you're going to sit there and fucking suffer. It is suffering. I feel suffering that I'm not in this man's arms. It is a hardship. I want him. I want to be loved by him. That is a deep, deep, deep desire and need. Feels like a need. Addiction, maybe? I don't know. I want to be loved by him. I want to be in his arms, like, a lot, like every day. And it's like been like once a month maybe that I can make this happen, and it's been really, really sad. And I just want to come on with the healing already. So it's like, damn, if it takes it to me believing in myself, like, all I gotta do is believe in myself. All I gotta do is feel that I'm deserving and worthy of it. Come on now already, would ya? Feel it, believe it, you dummy. That's not nice, right? It's hard. It's fucking hard. And so I'm here talking about it. I'm talking about it. You know, you see that meme, oh, you don't look like or act like a healer. Well, God isn't looking for actors. So here I am talking about my experience, talking about my healing, talking about me trying. Which, if you're trying, you're not doing it right. Okay, but no. Very diligently working on fixing my self-concept so that when I see my outer reality, I see a man looking at me, calling me beautiful, a man who genuinely wants to be by me, or he doesn't feel right if we don't spend time together. Like somebody who loves me. And so I guess I gotta really love myself. I'm trying to do that and learn what that means. I'm trying to accept things. I have to accept the part of me that made this mess in the first place. And I think that's the hardest part, you know, accepting who you were before you started healing, because you want to just say that person was retarded and stupid. But she wasn't. She was just a girl who wanted so badly for love and didn't understand that she was programmed with all of this rejection wounds, and she didn't deserve that, you know? She didn't deserve it. So I gotta really learn to accept and learn to love that shadow aspect of myself that felt so unworthy of love, that she created people leaving her time and again, people taking advantage of her, and that's saying it nicely, time and again, people not valuing her time and again, because she didn't feel valued. She didn't feel valued in the eyes of God. She didn't feel valued to even be in existence, because that's all she's ever known, was feeling not good enough. And that is a lot of programming to overcome. So I'm getting there slowly. But okay, I'm just talking about it. So hope you guys liked my video or whatever. All right, I'm out of here. Bye.